Now we will see Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors of all time. He is often referred to as Oracle of Omaha. His investment philosophy, heavily influenced by Benjamin Graham, revolves around the value investing, but with a focus on buying high quality businesses and holding them for the long term. Warren Buffett's approach emphasizes the importance of understanding the business, its management, and its competitive position in the industry, rather than simply focusing on stock price movements. His investment strategy is centered on buying companies with strong fundamentals which are led by capable management and have a suitable competitive advantage, or what he calls as an economic moat. His goal is to invest in the businesses which are likely to grow over time and hold them for long term. He famously said, "A favorite holding period is forever." Let us discuss key concept from Warren Buffett. First one is economic moat. So what is meaning of economic moat? An economic moat is a sustainable competitive advantage that protects a company from its competitors, allowing it to maintain profitability over a long period. Buffett seeks out companies with strong moats because they are likely to generate consistent returns and withstand the competition. There are different types of moats like cost advantage, and when company can produce goods or services at lower cost than its competitors, then it has cost advantage. The example is Walmart. Then brand power. Strong brands which lead to customer loyalty and allow for premium pricing have brand power like Coca-Cola. Then there is network effect. The value of a product or service increases as more people use it. For example, Facebook, Visa, they have huge network. So they have that power of people. Then another mode is switching cost. High cost or difficulties for customers to switch to competitors. For example, Microsoft Office. Once somebody has bought Microsoft Office, they are less likely to switch to other services because they will have to pay again. Then there are regulatory advantages like companies protected by regulations or government monopolies. In this, key takeaway is when investing, look for companies with durable competitive advantage that will protect them from competition in the long term. Then his focus is on quality businesses. What is meaning of high quality earnings? For him, companies with consistent earnings growth, strong profit margins, and ability to reinvest profits for future growth. These are important aspects. These companies typically have predictable business models which are easy to understand, and they have strong management. So this is very important criteria for Buffett to invest in management. So he looks for management integrity and capability. For that he uses con call. He goes for meetings with the companies. He checks the employees. He checks the competitors of these companies, and then he decides if the management is strong or not. Buffett has invested in companies where management is aligned with shareholders' interest and is focused on long term success rather than short term profits. Then he also looks for those company management people who have teams with skill in deploying capital effectively. This capital deployment can be reinvesting in the business, or paying dividends, or repurchasing shares when the stock is undervalued. So, capital allocation is important, and key takeaway from this is invest in those companies which have high quality earnings, consistent growth, and strong shareholder oriented management. How to identify this? I don't know. Buffett's philosophy is to buy and hold for long term, not for short term. So Buffett's investment approach is fundamentally long term approach. He believes in buying businesses which he understands and can hold for many years, even decades, allowing compounding to work in his favor. This eliminates the need to worry about short term price fluctuations. And Buffett is a big time advocate of patience, stressing on importance of waiting for right opportunities to invest. Once he buys a stock, he tends to hold it for long term and allows the business to grow and compound returns over a period of time. But this does not mean that he will keep on holding bad business. If he comes to know that there is something wrong with the business or management after he has invested, then he is willing to take out his capital and leave that investment. And he has many famous quotes. One of those is, if you are not willing to own the stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. This is for investors, not for traders. And his takeaway is, adopt a long term perspective by investing in businesses you understand and believe in, and avoid selling due to short term market movements. So trust that business and don't exit as long as all the fundamentals are in sync. Then there is a concept of value versus price. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Buffett emphasizes the difference between price, which is market price of a stock, and value, which is the intrinsic worth of underlying business. He believes that stock prices are often driven by short term market sentiment, which can cause stocks to be overvalued or undervalued. Like Benjamin Graham, Buffett insists on buying companies which are at discount to their intrinsic value, creating a margin of safety. But unlike Graham, Buffett is willing to pay a higher price for quality companies with strong growth potential. So, key takeaway here is, always focus on intrinsic value of a company and not just its stock price. Aim to buy companies when they are undervalued relative to their true worth. Then it is important to understand the business also. There is something called as circle of competence, and Buffett has famously advised to stay within your circle of competence. What is meaning of this? You should invest in businesses and industries that you thoroughly understand. This allows you to make more informed and confident investment decisions. Then there should be simple and predictable business. Buffett avoids investing in complex industries where predicting future cash flows is difficult, such as technology companies. Instead, he prefers industries that are straightforward and have stable, predictable revenue streams, such as consumer goods, financial services, and utilities. For example, Buffett's long term standing investment in Coca Cola. He understands the business model, the brand's competitive advantage, the global demand for its products, and Coca Cola is simple business with predictable growth trajectory. So the takeaway is, stick to the businesses and industries which you fully understand and are confident in assessing. And you will see this slide everywhere. Patience and discipline. Waiting for the right opportunity is important. Avoiding overtrading is important. So, right opportunity means successful investment requires patience, and one who waits for market opportunities when high quality businesses are available at reasonable prices, they will keep on making good profits. He often compares investing to baseball, where there are so called no strikes. You don't have to swing at every pitch. And then avoid overtrading. Buffett advises against frequent trading and market timing. He believes that constant buying and selling erodes potential gains due to transaction cost and taxes. Instead, he advocates buying and holding stock for long term to benefit from compounding returns. This is very true for very big investment companies or institutes, but individual investors like Mark Minervini and Larry Williams, Dan Zanger, they have made multi-bagger returns over every year. They have compounded at 50% per month or 200% per year, and they did not follow this rule. So it is not necessary to follow all the rules of everyone. You have to decide as per your own capital, as per your own mindset, and make your own rules. So there is this one case study from 1972. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway bought See's Candice for 25 million. At the time, it was small business, but Buffett recognized the brand's power and loyal customer base, giving it an economic moat. The company's pricing power allowed it to generate high returns on capital with very little investment. So outcome was, See's Candice became one of Buffett's most successful investment, consistently generating profits far in excess of initial purchase price. It remains part of Berkshire Hathaway portfolio to this day. Lesson from this is, this investment exemplifies Buffett's focus on quality business with durable competitive advantage, strong brand power, and ability to produce high returns over the long term. Now we have seen that it was just 25 million company and it was a small company. So probably it is similar to some SMEs nowadays, and people who are investing in SMEs may be using this principle. But Buffett may have invested only some part of his total net worth, not the full capital. So there are actionable takeaways from Buffett. Focus should be on economic moat. Invest in companies with durable competitive advantage that protects them from competition. Look for quality businesses. Seek out companies with high quality earnings, predictable business model, and strong management team. Invest for long term. Avoid short term speculation. Then stay within your circle of competence. Only invest in businesses and industries you understand thoroughly. And give preference to value over price. In conclusion, we can say Warren Buffett's philosophy works even today because Buffett's investment philosophy focuses on buying high quality businesses with enduring competitive advantages at a reasonable price and holding them for long term. His disciplined, patient, and value driven approach has consistently delivered strong returns over decades, demonstrating the power of compounding and the importance of understanding the underlying business. So this demonstrates power of compounding and importance of understanding the underlying business. Investors who follow Buffett's principles can benefit from a focus on long-term value creation and avoid the pitfalls of short-term market speculation.